Hello, my name is Raymond Karchevsky. I'm a living Christ. I speak to you as much as I can in simple terms, in words that you can understand, yet we do not connect, we do not communicate. And I question the fact of why can we not connect? And it appears to me that the reason is quite simple. The vast majority of we living men and women do not know who we truly are. We do not, in our consciousness, grasp the enormity of importance of life itself and of God. We come into this plane of consciousness as human beings, born as infants, raised, and immediately we are indoctrinated. We are subjected to satanic, dualistic mind control. What does that mean? I use the word satanic to define that which is dualistic, that which is termed in a split consciousness, one of illusion, based on words, ideas, symbols. These are illusions that we perceive to be the truth of our lives. That is the limitation of satanic thinking. And if you are a normal human being living his life, his allotted illusory life that begins with birth and ends with death, you understand? That's a time-bound, linear level of consciousness. That's the norm. That's what you believe yourselves to be. Well, you are much more than that. I am much more than that. And that is what you experience when you tune into my videos or read my articles. You look at it and you filter the energy that you are experiencing through your dualistic, partial, divided intellect, which is the norm for you. But you see, you don't really understand yourself. You're on this level of consciousness, this plane of consciousness, life on earth, to learn who you are. You are infinite. And that can be experienced in your subconscious mind, the non-dualistic mind. I speak of the non-dualistic subconscious mind and the dualistic satanic intellect. That is what you are familiar with. You're programmed. You are indoctrinated. That becomes your source of stability, which is quite unstable because it is dualistic, split, divided, uncertain, confused, confounded, angry, frustrated. That's your normal life. That's all you know. And that's what you're experiencing. You're experiencing hell on earth. This is hell. Hell is not a concept. Hell is this. It is the quality of a life that is not quite understood because there's still the tendency for one to live in duality, you see. And in that duality, you are being further indoctrinated into the images contained within that duality that define hell to be something other than that. These are all fairy tales, stories, fundamental belief systems based in myth, legend. All of your major satanic forces control you over these storytelling mythologies of mythical, legendary symbolists, men and women. Understand? It divides people into cowards and heroes. And you find yourself in that mix, and you define yourself to be based on your belief. So if you believe in heroes, and you worship heroes, you're an automatic victim, are you not? You've lost touch of the power that you are in your holistic subconscious mind. You see, the subconscious mind is the mind of creation. It is the mind of truth. Truth cannot be believed in. Truth is what is. It is experienced holistically. Anything that is not holistic is a symbol, an idea, an illusion. And if you are in that realm of consciousness, you are living in a dualistic intellect. And there is your world. That's the world of the civilized human being. The fact is that they are the opposite of what they appear to be. They are the illusions. They are the images that you call ego. And they're based in the conscious, after-moment based intellect that harbors memories of past experiences experienced in the moment of now, the timeless moment of now, and it creates the illusions of the past, the present, and the future. And that's what you call life. Most of you, anyway. You understand that's what you're here for, to break loose of that kind of satanic conditioning, indoctrination, which creates a hold upon your intellect. Call it beliefs. Political beliefs, religious beliefs, beliefs about money, beliefs about duties, beliefs about responsibilities. Understand, those are fragmented conditionings that make you an indoctrinated automaton, a living, dead person. The word person is not the same as a living man or a living woman. A person is a definition created by an illusory government. Just another mindful, intellectual symbol. It's fictional. It isn't real. It's illusory. Yet that is who you obey. You obey government. Why? You are the creator of government as a living man or woman, and government does not exist except in your conscious intellect, the after-moment-based, memory-based state of consciousness, where symbols and ideas and concepts and mythologies are worshipped. That's your false god. That's your Satan. That's satanic thinking. You see, it doesn't exist. None of that exists in the subconscious mind, which is the creator of all thought. It's God. I know I'm using words like God and Satan to communicate with you. That's the language of hell. That's the language that creates confusion and division and creates emotions. You see, life is the commingling of love and emotion. Emotion. Understand that? Energy in motion is emotion. All of life is energy. Energy is God. It's beyond comprehension of the intellectual mind that seeks to make it knowledge. That's the scientific method. But the scientific method itself is intellectual Satanism. And since you are indoctrinated from a very, very early age, infancy, where the conditioning of your parents is passed on to you, and that conditioning was passed on to your parents by their parents, going back to the beginning of the family, you understand that it's all indoctrination of symbols that are believed by people who are the collective mind of persons. Satanic thinking. And they have very, very great difficulty in breaking loose of that satanic trance. Their whole life, the civilized life, is based on obedience and duty. Those are illusions. You are the creator of all things in your life. What you can conceive of and act upon, you create. Now, the breakdown in that for most of the you, and I'm speaking in dualistic terms now, there is the me and the you, so that you can understand what I'm saying, because that's your limitation. You cannot break loose of that trance-like manner of dualistic communication called speaking. But what are you responding to? You're responding to sound. You're responding to words, to symbols, to idols. An idol is not God. It is a representation of God. So if you worship the idol of words, you are worshiping Satanism. That's my simple message to you, and none of you are capable of grasping that, because the fear that resides in you is so great that you seek security. You seek others to take care of you. You are nothing more than a spiritual child who refuses to grow up. Well, you must grow up. That's the reason you live many, many lives which are illusory. You are eternal. You are infinite intelligence. You are the God of your life. You create the quality of your life. Are you suffering? You have created that suffering. Are you confused? You have created that confusion. Do you love? Or do you love the illusion of love? Many of you do that, and you call that love. But why divorce then? Understand? Because it's all temporary. It's all ideas that you have in your head. And when the illusion of love works its way out through conflict and argument, debate, and outright war, divorce, separation from that which is the solution to most marriages. And they start the habit all over again until they learn what there was to learn in the beginning. But they go through many marriages before they get to that point, or they die, never understanding what that relationship was all about. You see, that's what life is all about. You're all living the illusion and thinking it to be real, while you disregard the truth, the what is, the actuality of your life that is gained through awareness. Understand? Truth cannot be learned intellectually, but that is a process that most of you go through, hoping that you will understand. You will never understand when approaching it from the intellectual, satanic standpoint of consciousness. You can only see the truth when all illusions stop and one enters into the realm of the subconscious mind, the mind of non-duality, the mind of spiritual awareness of what is. And when that energy is seen, observed, without interpreting it into something else, because then you're using your conscious intellect. That's the trap. That's what keeps you trapped in your own personal hell. Now, I have been speaking to you for 25 years, and all the forces of satanic power have been launched against this living Christ, this simple man of truth. I'm a loner. I have chosen. Understand? Chosen. I have dualistically transcended that level of consciousness to be alone. All one. All one. That's what non-dualism is. All one. Alone. Everything else is projection, images, illusions. But when acted upon, They become one's reality. But that reality, when not fully observed, seen, resonated with, is defined as an illusion. That's when one becomes judgmental and involved in their conscious intellect, the world of hell. So get that straight in your minds at this point. You're all, including me, I'm in hell with you. Understand? The me and you. That's what hell's all about. But I understand the fact that it is an illusion, and I have chosen to stop and enter into the state of oneness, aloneness, non-duality. That's the subconscious mind that I speak of. That's heaven on earth. That's what I have brought to you for 25 years, and I have been assaulted. I have been libeled. I have been attacked. My family has been attacked. And my family is much like you. They're trapped in their dualistic, satanic consciousness, the mind of indoctrination. One of my daughters is a Harvard graduate and a practicing lawyer. She's in hell. And she has found a superior position in hell. And she makes her living by it. But it's all illusion. She doesn't understand, truly understand. She's just made her place in hell a comfortable one. But it's all an illusion. And we cannot communicate because of that. My other daughter, she's like most of you. She's struggling to understand. She wants to understand. But she too is trapped by her childhood fantasy of wanting to be secure, wanting to be loved, wanting to be taken care of, wanting to be worshipped as a valuable human being. That's what most of you are. You're all struggling for that respect, rather than to stand alone and be holistic and face the world as it is and understand that you are the creator of your world. Those are the meaningful changes that are brought about in life, and you are the one who makes it happen, unless you doubt yourself. And doubt is the common thread that runs through all satanic, dualistic, intellectual actions. That's the world of illusion. That's the civilized world. And you're all living in it, trying to make sense out of it. But you're trapped by the limitations of your own intellectual barriers. And that's your struggle in life. And as long as you maintain those barriers, those walls that keep you trapped inside, jailed inside your intellect, you will progress only as far as those walls allow you to progress, and no further. And you will die from exhaustion, from your energy being taken away from you, stripped away from you by the authority symbols that create these illusions that you must obey or be punished. I'm talking about man's law. You don't understand there's only one law. It's God's law. Do no harm. Tell no lies. What is the common thread of those two things? Those two things. Do no harm and tell no lies. Understand? That's oneness. That's when two becomes as one. That's what love is. That's the whole purpose of marriage. For two to become as one. Non-dualistically. Truthful. Holistic. Holy. Complete human beings. When that happens, you transcend your satanic indoctrination and you become a Christ, a simple man or woman of truth. Oh, there are stories about these people. They're the icons that are created into symbolisms for you to worship. Role models dangled before you and given the challenge of emulate these people, and that's your only hope for escaping the pain and suffering that you experience in life. But that too, dangled before you by Satanists, is merely a ploy to keep you enslaved through religious and political. And banking, the money changers, the illusion of how your life energy can be converted into a thing of value, money, and then that money is stripped away from you by words, ideas, and laws. And the money, through taxes and tithing, 10% of your money is said to be stripped away by tithing. What happens when that 10% is exercised over and over and over and over again? Every day of your life, you find that it's much more than 10%. And it's your life force that you're giving up voluntarily. Now, when that life force is diminished to a point that you can't function, you die. That's the illusion that is drummed into you by Satanists who control you in this illusion of civilized life. Break loose. Understand who you are. Stop the intellect and just observe, see clearly what is, because what is truth. What is life. What is creation. And you are the creator. That's been my message to you. And you, the world of intellectualism, has attacked that simple act of liberation. It didn't help you. If you are attacking your dualistic level of consciousness, and you're in hell. That's what hell is. Hell is dualism. Hell is violence. Hell is separation. Hell is division. Hell is doubt, self-doubt. And who amongst you is free of that? You understand? I am free of that. And that makes me someone whom you do not understand. And because you do not understand, you separate yourself from that oneness with this living Christ. You just fortify your position in hell. That's my message to you. How many of you get that? And if you get that, how many of you have the courage to act in that truth? Look at my website, arkenterprises.com, and lisarayenterprises.com. And you will understand that I am immune from satanic law, from the law of words and ideas that only control those who contract their lives away, make a bargain with Satan, contract with Satan, sign your name on the dotted line, and sell your soul. That's what you want. That's what you'll get. I'm tired of speaking to you. I speak to the winds, and those who grasp my meaning shall understand themselves eventually. But I'll not argue with anyone who wishes to remain stupid. And stupid is the way of civilized life. Thank you.